Yes guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my 4-2-3-1 updated custom tactics. However, before the video does start, be sure to like the video, comment down below what you want to see next, and subscribe if you are new. I do record these videos live on Twitch, link in the description and on the screen now, www.twitch.tv/LisaManley15. Let's get into the video. So, the reason why I decided to sort of do this updated version of my 4-2-3-1 custom tactics is because I decided to actually play it in a female-only £1,000 tournament this weekend. And it did really well for me. Obviously it was on kickoff, but that means you're like obviously only using one particular team, so that's why I decided to sort of show you my custom tactics on Ultimate Team, because if it did well for me on kickoff and just using one team, and obviously Ultimate Team's better, then it should do really well for you guys. So let's get into my custom tactics. So I do play balanced. I think it sort of it's good this FIFA. Obviously previously pressure on heavy touch was very OP, but obviously because they nerfed it a little while back, then it's obviously better to just be on balanced. You know, obviously it says a balanced style where your team presses the ball to the middle of the pitch and your team's shape is neutral. So it's obviously sort of like the most balanced thing you can do in terms of defensive style. Obviously, if you're sort of an aggressive player, you could go on pressure on heavy touch, but I don't tend to do this until I'm losing, really, like 60th minute plus. It is very OP to do it, but I'm pretty sure your players do lose stamina, so obviously it's not really a good thing to do. If you do go extra time, your players might be dead. So I do recommend going on balanced. In terms of width, I'm personally on sixth width because I like to use my wings a lot. That's how I sort of score most of my goals, sort of go down the wing, cut in. Obviously width is adjust your defensive team shape to be balanced. You may find that one-on-one situations are more common when you don't hit... So with width, defensive tactic, it says that adjust your defensive team shape to be balanced. You may find that one-on-one situations are more common when you don't have the ball. So like I said, personally, I'm six width because I like to use my wings. However, if you don't really use it that much and you like to use the middle, might as well just go 5 and have it on normal. For depth, I'm on 4. It says that depth is adjust your defensive team shape to be balanced to keep your team in the middle of the pitch to try to win the ball in the midfield battle. So if you're like a really defensive player, then you could obviously, and you know you can defend, you could be like what most people do, like, you know, one depth. But you know, there's no point. I think if you do that, if you look on the map on the right hand side, you know, your defenders are on the 6-yard box, and that's just not good, because if you've got a really attacking opponent, they can just look at the gap between the players are on a 6-yard box and the players on the edge of the the D. So you know there's a big gap there, and if they could just, you know, they have long ball on, or they just one through pass through the middle there, and they're in a one-on-one situation. So I do not recommend this at all, to be honest with you. So I'm on 4 because it's sort of, you know, it's not too sort of low, and it's not too high. 4 depth is sort of, it's just, for me, it's the right balance. If you look where my one of my defense is, it's on like the D, and my midfielders aren't too high up. So, and it obviously gives me a chance to go forward. So for me, it's 4. If you do like to sort of, you know, go forward a lot, then maybe just up it to 5. But I think 4 is like a good balance, to be honest with you. In terms of offensive style, go unbalanced. Don't see the point of being on anything else, to be honest with you. In width, I keep width and players in the box. I'm pretty sure at the same. I might have an extra 1 or 2 on players in the box. For me, I don't really seem to get counter-attacks a lot from sort of corners or crosses or whatever you want to call it. So I sort of just keep it on that. So obviously, and I like to go forward a lot. I'm sort of the player that gets the ball and just goes forward straight away. I don't pass. So for me, having players in the box is very helpful, really. In terms of corners, I'm 3. I don't know what the normal one is, but for 3, you know, like I said, I don't really get counter-attack from corners, so I don't really see the point of having it any less. I mean, so obviously 3's perfect. You've got that extra player in the box to win a header from a corner. To be fair, I don't really score much from corners, but I just keep it on 3. Same with free kicks. Don't really score from free kicks, but you know, keep it on 3. You will, if you're not really good at free kicks like me, maybe you can put it on 2 because you have the extra person back covering just in case they do counter. But for me, I just keep it on 3. In terms of instructions, obviously I'm going to have João Felix on the right, but For Mbappe, I am, well, it doesn't say I have, but I have getting behind. For me, this is really important because I like to score goals by just doing through balls. And as soon as you get the ball with one of your players, either Neymar, Zaha, or Ronaldo, you know, he's sort of trying to get in behind. And, you know, he's a very strong player, Mbappe. So sort of one through ball, he's barging the player off the ball and you're through on goal. So, on the left mid, Neymar, we have come back on defence on both Neymar and Zaha. It just gives you a little bit of help in defence, really. If you don't really need help in defence, you can obviously have him on balance, both sides, doesn't really matter. But for me, I'm not that good at defending, so I sort of have them just to help, just a little bit of support, really. In terms of Ronaldo, I don't actually really have anything on Ronaldo, to be honest with you. If I'm sort of losing and I'm in this formation, I obviously could just stay forward, so he's sort of more like a centre forward, and obviously just pushes forward to help Mbappe. But, you know, I normally just have him on balance, to be honest with you. He's basic, sorry. But, yeah, I mean, he's just as good, really. And realistically, I could probably switch Ronaldo and Mbappe, but Mbappe's really fast, so I just have him there. In terms of my centre mids, Ronaldo, Sanchez and Pogba, I have them both cover centre and both stay back while attacking. To be honest with you, having cover centre is really important this year, because, you know, if you have them on cover wing, you know, it says, like, literally on the left-hand side, defend the open wing if teammate isn't marking. And if my, you know, Ronaldo, Sanchez or Pogba does that, it leaves a massive gap in the midfield. And if your opponent likes to use the midfield to attack, they're going to score. You know, you've got a wide gap there. So having them on cover centre is always important. Obviously, it says always try to defend central positions. This is what you want in your midfielders. They're there to sort of cover the midfield, cover the defence, if you like. So I think having them on cover centre is really, really important. So in terms of left back and right back, we have stay back while attacking. For me, this is important because if you do have them on sort of, you know, either basic or join the attack, they're just never really in position. At least when they stay back while attacking, they're always sort of next to the sort of centre backs. So you've got the cover there. You know, when you have them on basic or sort of join the attack, you know, there's always going to be a gap there if you do get counter-attacked, both left back or right back. Normally one of them only goes forward if you're on the right-hand side or the left-hand side, but you're always going to have that gap for them to counter and exploit. So for me, having stay back while attacking is really, really important. So yeah, that's my custom tactics for the 4-2-3-1. If it did help you and help you get more wins in Foot Champs, be sure to like the video, comment down below what you want to see next, and subscribe if you are new. I really appreciate you guys watching. See you in the next video. Peace.